What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the dojo. I'm Levi Oaks. I'm gonna teach you how to make one of these. Let's get right to it. Okay, first things first. New composition here. I'm gonna call it a trading card. Let's just do a 1x1, right? 1080 by 1080. 30 frames per second. That's fine. In the description below, I provided a link to give you some of these assets I made. Each individual piece of the card separated, as you can see here. No biggie. Self-explanatory, right? I gave you options, so you just kind of pick what you like the best. Of course, you're gonna drop in the base. That's the foundation there. Then we're gonna drop in the text box. I mean, you can really just hold control and blah, 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 you know. So after you have everything in here, you just kind of line them up where you think it should be. Most important thing is you're gonna put them all on a 3D layer right here. So that way, if you press C on the keyboard here, you get this type of little rotation type 3D view, right? So hitting V on the keyboard brings up your little arrow again, default tool. Go ahead and click the text box here, and using the Z axis, or Z, depending on what country you're in, you can bring it forward. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this arrow here, go to transform options, go to the position and see if this is yes. So clicking the position over here, negative in the Z space will bring it forward, correct? Doing the same with the base of the card. So looking for the card base. I'm gonna transform, go to position, also we're gonna push that back. So that's gonna be positive, and you're gonna do that with every piece until you line them up how you want it to look. Me, I'm gonna go ahead and press the C key here and get a different view. And you can also do that by going down here, hitting window, and you get two different views here. So therefore you see what I'm saying? But I can tell, so I'm just gonna use the single view. And you're just adjusting things until you get it. I also like the look of making him look like he's closer to the camera than what his name box will be. So we'll do something like this. We'll even bring this a little more forward. I just like to really bring out that 2.5D look. If you hit C, you'll cycle through different tools of the camera. See, I can zoom, I can rotate like we're doing. This we can move it. Hit C a couple times. Just kind of line it back up. It don't have to be perfect. I don't need to be perfect. It's not that serious. It's not a tornado. Make sure you hit save. That's important. Hit save often. I don't need to do it because I know what I'm doing here. The real test is using the zoom tool. You kind of get a good look here. So I'm going to increase the size of the card's base, and then I'm going to bring my character up. I'm also probably going to increase him, like scaling him up too. Something simple. Give it a little rotation here. Now in here, in this blank area, what we can do is we can right click, click new, click add camera, or camera. And just leave it at the default settings. 36 is fine. So now we can keyframe our camera. We can automate it however you want to look at it. So starting from here, depends on how up close and personal you want it. You can click F9 to make sure you smoothen the key points here. Back down, rotate it a little bit, move it, see how it looks. A little too fast. Huh? What is this one? Oh, I might have to increase the composition time here. Ooh, that's way too fast. What's going on? Correct. So, because I want this to be a little longer, that's way too fast. It's literally on a second. Okay. Let's bring that to about, 10 seconds. Yep. Go ahead and take this this blue edge here, so that way you can display the full timeline. Click on this and then hold shift and click on the last little dealio here. drag that all the way to the right. And there we go. Okay, so now I want to open back up those keyframes. You can continue. It's okay. I'm gonna make it slower now. I'm gonna also give this a rotation just to see. Yeah, that was kind of cool. We can do this right here. And I personally, I like to loop my videos. So I'll take the first 2 keyframes, copy and paste them at the end, and I'll also smoothen the keyframes too. Now that we have our 3D card, we can add some text. So you go up here, click the text tool, just drag along some space and type in the, let's start with the character's name. Right, so let's do Elmer. And then we're gonna decrease the size over here on the right side, so that way it can, you know, fit within our little square here. Hold shift, click one of the red dots and scale it, and just move it around until, you know. Oh yeah, another thing is make sure you put that on a 3D layer as well, so that way when we rotate the camera, yeah, because without that, you see, make sure it's on a 3D layer to be like noticeable between the name. Also, because I altered it, it'll also put in keyframes because we have these keyframes in here. Bam. Scale it up a little bit. I'm gonna change the color. So I'm gonna double click, make sure all the text is highlighted here. And then we can change, let's see, let's do the fill color as, I kind of want something dark to match it. So I'm gonna use the pen tool or the eyedropper tool here. And let's just, something light. So I'm gonna use the outside for something darker, like maybe black, if not black, something close to it, like maybe about right there. That's fine. And that font, I know this is just a tutorial, but it's messing with me. I can't do it. Like, here we go. And the line thickness is cheesy, so I'm turning that down too. Here we go. Right here. Turn that down. There we go. Be able to rotate it 270 degrees. Put it somewhere like this. And it's just a big finesse. And you can do the same thing with the description in here. So for example, you can copy and paste this Elmer name here, bring it forward, and then also rotate it back to 0. And you can start adding a description of like your character's powers, health, you know, the statistics. So let's see, health. Also, we're going to decrease the size of this. Change the font. Yeah, not all fonts like certain characters. Okay, and then we'll do 9,000. And we could just do like, well, if I spelled out health, then I might as well spell out attack. Attack, and we can do, I don't know, 1500 type shit. Go ahead and copy that text. Bring it up here, double click into it, and we could type a description, a super awesome night of dark. So cliche. My mind is dark, so I'm trying to keep this PG here. King of Necromancers. Okay, and we're gonna select all of it, and you notice we cannot see anything past Night of Darkness, right? This one right here. There you go. V on the keyboard, so we can move this back around without editing the text. Resize it some, like that. And we can increase the size of this. And there you have it. That's a 2.5D trading card.